Okay, what is going on, internet? Thanks for clicking on the video. I'm about to do some more Overwatch Championship Series react casting. Practice my casting while also watching these matches because this is my favorite way to consume this Overwatch content. I try watching the streams, and I don't know if it's because I started doing my own commentary, so I'm like extra critical of people. Well, I mean, I did first time I did commentary was like back in 2016 for Street Fighter 5 or something like that. So ever since then, I've always been like, I don't know, I don't want to say extra critical, but it gives me a little bit of an extra perspective to appreciate or not appreciate commentary. Either way, it's just kind of hard for me to enjoy the broadcast as they do it. When you actually get to, get hands on in the replay system and watch these games from your own perspective and decide what you want to keep perspective of, track and all that stuff, is just a much more streamlined, comprehensive experience, at least for me. Okay, but anyways, enough exposition. We've got Citrus Nightmare going up against Shikigami. This is the stage 3 of I think this is group C of the NA portion of the Overwatch Championship Series. I think these are qualifiers for something coming up soon. Either way, so Citrus Nightmare is the team 2. I'm familiar with them. They were somebody I watched like a few months ago, so I'm familiar. Chronic and Tap, very lethal DPS lineup. Zeb tanking for him, and then we got Jacob in neutral on the back line, and then team 1 is Shikigami. We've got Solo, their tank, Ryan and Amadou. I believe Ryan was like, he's a super solid, like that's gonna be the tracer for them. I remember Ryan popping off on another team. I think Shikigami is a new team. I think Ryan used to be on a team like Vice or something like that, also in NA. But anyways, and then Noctis and Graveyard in the backline for them. So this one should be interesting NA stuff. Not exactly sure what comps these teams are going to be running, but let's go ahead and get into it. As always, I always like to pay extra attention to the tracer duels.
This looks like the best team in the solar
of course, along with ult tracking and stuff like that, but we're just going to enjoy this Overwatch. I'm big chilling. I got a little bit of coffee left, and I need to hydrate too. So
Alina got me a 6-pack of Cocoa Island shampoo. I used the whole bottle.
So you're gonna have the Symmetras teleport their teammates out, give them a little bit of extra space, or a little bit of extra speed getting to the point, and they're gonna switch over back to the tracers, blink on out, and get back into it. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Okay, so Ryan Shikigami right up against Tap and Citrus Nightmare. Alright, you see Ryan getting a little bit of poking. There's Tap initiating a duel, immediately falling back to the Mega, not wanting to have to burn the recall early. In the Tracer duel, you want to get the other Tracer to burn the recall, and then you can make the calls to your team, try to engage on her, try to take her out. But you see right now, both teams just jockeying for position. Ryan working around Solo, his tank, with the space that's being made for him. Almost got the opportunity to dive in on Chronic, but you guys see he's sticking and moving, dude. After Overwatch updated and made it to where all the projectile sizes are much bigger, every single character is much more lethal, so everybody's got it's like we're all playing CS. As I'm yapping, Zeb and Citrus Nation able to take control of the point. Solo went down after they flipped the point. That's rough, so they were going to get some exit value in. Or Citrus Nightmare is going to be looking to get a little bit of exit frags in. Shikigami, they got to get out of there. The backline and Tracer were able to get out, only lost a couple of people, but they did lose the control of the point. So they're going to have to figure out a way to get on the point, come in on Zeb and the rest of Citrus Nightmare. Zeb on the Junker Queen is going to be very stout. It goes against the Winston. You see Solo switching over to the Ramatra to nullify that counter. And now the Ramatra can brawl with this Junker Queen, as well as pull out the poke. And you see immediately just that counter pick took the space away from Zeb and the rest of Citrus Station, and they got the flip without anybody dying. They have to reconsider what they're going to do here. They have to try to figure out a way to force an engagement close range where this Junker Queen can get more value than this Ramatra. And you see the Ramatra going into Nemesis mode. They got him low. There's the Carnage trying to cut him down. There it is. Solo goes down. The flip goes over to Citrus Nightmare, and we're going to get a little bit of exit value. We're going to try to chase down these backliners. Okay, pushing up. Don't want to go around the corner. Potentially you risk getting your head taken off by Amadou. We haven't seen a single ult expended yet. So Citrus Nightmare is doing better in the ult. Even though Solo did make the counter pick, they got control of that point. They've still got the ult advantage. You see Zeb is already about to have his Rampage. Solo is not even halfway to the Annihilation because of the counter pick, so that is the take advantage that you get. But you see the rest of the ults basically are on the board. Actually, Graveyard switched as well, so they don't have Kitsune that matches Kitsune. I was going to say, Jacob is going to have to Sound Barrier to deal with that. Oh, actually, what am I saying? Neutral Outlaws, dude. Whichever team didn't have the Kitsune had to activate the Sound Barrier in response, and then that Kitsune was able to get a lot of value in. But as I've been yapping, it was Citrus Nightmare with the ultimate advantage, but they're losing bodies. Zeb is still alive, so he can still stay, you know, pester on the point, not allow the flip to go over. They might get to 99% before anything happens. But look at all the ultimates out of the board. Zeb was able to hold on to his Rampage because he knows Solo counter pick. Didn't have the Annihilation or anything to match with. Oh, no value out of it. But like I said, Zeb was able to hold it down, stop the flip from happening until they were able to get to 99%. So it is going to be last fight territory for Shikigami. They got to hold it down. Last chance. Solo's going to be able to build up an Annihilation in the commission of this next fight, but they're going to have to deal with Zeb's Rampage, and they don't have anything to answer. They do have a Kitsune, but that might be more useful for kiting purposes. We'll see what happens. Let's see what Graveyard is looking at and see what how he's gonna use this Kitsune to deal with. Okay, does it before Zeb's Rampage. They just want to push them back. They want to ward them off. And you see Shikigami, or Citrus Nightmare doesn't have any ults to respond with, so they are giving up the space, corralling themselves on the edge of this map. Graveyard with a great vantage point, able to heal his teammates, chuck these kunais, try to get these headshots. I don't know which patch we're on. I know Kiriko had to change to her kunai. She doesn't do as much damage with the headshots, but she does more damage with the body. Still very lethal. Okay. And as I've been yapping, the ultimates have been built up. We got Pulse Bomb and Tank ults on either side. Zeb has held onto this Rampage for, I don't even know, it's been like 2 minutes. It's been since they got 99 seconds. There it is. There's a Rampage. Solo is purple, but they've got the Sound Barrier. Noctis was able to build it up, so he's able to keep Shikigami alive, dealing with the Rampage. Amadou pop it off on the Sojourn, on the high ground. Has the space to work with, cleaning them up. The sustainability was on the side of Shikigami, and I think they're making this comeback, y'all. Citrus Nightmare is going to have to touch. Not even able to do so. Jacob wasn't there, and Tap was too low on the Mega Health Pack in that engagement with Amadou for him to get the touch. So that's tough. Tough scene. But you know what? That was a good first round. Both teams showing some stuff. Zeb on the Junker Queen took control of the point to begin with and was holding it down. They got to 99%, but Solo and the rest of Shikigami able to make the adjustments. They were making the counter pick. Solo had to switch off the Winston, switch to Ramatra, and it worked out for him. You see Solo switching over to another poke neutral kind of tank with the Sigma. On this map, you see they're going to be taking control of the from our perspective, it's the right side of the map with that Mega Health Pack area. That's going to be the main area where these teams are going to engage. The point is kind of an afterthought. Okay, taking the teleporter. Symmetra switching back over to the Tracers, and here we go. We're going to have Sigma versus Orisa. This is going to be interesting. So Solo has more range and the shield, of course, to work with, so his team's going to have a little bit more advantage in the poke game. But Zeb, if he's able to close the distance, which you see he's holding this really close angle off to the Mega Health Pack because that's closing off some of the space that Solo can he's forcing a close range engagement where Orisa has the advantage. And you see immediately spear spinning in there. Once a backliner, Solo goes low. They're pushing Citrus Nightmare back into their Mega Health Pack area. Shikigami taking control of... Wait, I'm tripping, dude. Switch all of that. Okay, Solo is Shikigami. It was Citrus Nightmare and Zeb pushing in off the back of that spear spin. But they were able to hold off on it with the poke. The dive did not work. And you see Zeb immediately switching over back to the... Or switching to the Sigma. Gonna match him. We got a straight up mirror match now. I think the neutral also switched over from the Baptiste, or were they on the Baptiste to begin with? Either way, Graveyard is a little bit ahead on the amplification matrix, so Graveyard and Solo are going to be doing a little bit of poke to build up the rest of that ultimate, and they're going to try to get some value out of it, try to cut off this fight before neutral and the rest of Citrus Nation can build up any ultimates, get some positional advantage. But you see already Solo and Zeb in this poking battle, much more commiserate fight for the control of this Mega Health Pack area. There's the amplification matrix, a lot of damage on Zeb, has to take the off angle and burn the cooldowns. It's already a dicey situation. You see the separation, and Solo and the rest of Shikigami want to pinch on, want to take advantage of it, but Zeb's got his homie. Chronic's got his back. Extra firepower, keeping the Sigma topped up. It is, oh, the double hyperspheres takes out Chronic, and there goes the gravitic flux. Got a lot of value in on it. There's the rock. Oh my god. Solo diffing Zeb, taking advantage of the ultimate advantage he had. Like I said, we've seen it in both rounds right now. The tank counter picking and the ultimate advantage off of that first fight is what Shikigami's been rocking with. Even though Zeb had it in the first round, and they were able to get to 99 first, but Solo, the rest of Shikigami making the adjustments, getting the better of this counter pick battle so far. But look at all the money in the bank for Citrus Nation, coming in with everything, dude. There's the overclock from Chronic. Let's see if he's able to take anything out. Following up on the Zeb with the rock. Chronic's taking out heads. There goes Noctis, 3-on-5. Shikigami's going to be looking to get out of there. Nope, Ryan just wanted to die on point. Prevent the flip. And now we're staggering the Baptiste. Bullying. Okay. And I don't know, if those of you don't know, it's Overwatch it's a game of time and ultimates. Time is the most important resource there is. When you have a chance to stagger an opponent when they're the last one alive, and you can just bully them, make sure you're not getting too much value in, like graveyard on the Baptiste, building up another amplification matrix isn't going to bother them, but if you can waste 20 seconds of Shikigami's time, that is a great trade. And as I've been saying, interesting Jacob sound barriers the engagement from Shikigami, but we see no return sound barrier from Noctis. There it is instead. They're trying to use it for tempo and try to take advantage of it. They've kited it instead. There's the amplification matrix from Graveyard. Where did Neutral use his? Oh. DP, this is a support character, by the way. Graveyard on the Baptiste. Super lethal, able to turn around and deal with the flanking Tracer, even though he is being pestered. Trying to keep Solo up. He is low. Having to use the geometry, the architecture of the map to mitigate some of this damage. Nice. Good shots from Graveyard. Able to clean up Zeb. Solo's able to take out Neutral. They're taking care of each other's counterparts. Great teamwork. Shikigami. Tap on the Tracer. Trying to pester. There it is. Able to take down Graveyard, but it might be too little too late. It is overtime. Tap's trying to keep the point alive, but I think that's going to be it. Yeah, Citrus Nation goes down 2-0. First map goes over to Shikigami. All right, I like it. That was good stuff. That was fun. Takeaways? What happened? I think that, yeah, the main theme of that map was just the tank counter picks, like that for those first fights on either point. Even though Citrus Nation got had the counter pick war won to begin the first round, after switching over to the Ramatra, Solo and the rest of Shikigami were able, you know, those adjustments made it work. And then that second point, it was all them basically the whole time. Oh no, that's a lie. Citrus Nation did win, I believe. Yeah, they won a fight. And then afterwards, you know, Shikigami came back. It was good. Okay. It's all a blur. I'm doing my best here. This is fun though. This is a good time. Alright, next map. B World. Oh, that's the rainy blizzard. Come on, man. I need a little bit of sun in my life. Okay, it's all good. I'm going to go ahead and take the opportunity to bank on RuneScape, as I should. So, Blizzard World, we're probably going to see some snipers come out. Maybe the Divas. Yep, I didn't even look at... as soon as I looked up, we see Aspect taking over for Solo on Shikigami. Going to be coming in with the Diva. Probably some other off-tanks. Diva, we're in a Diva meta. From what I hear, I don't play this game.
Nobody uses 15 electric. What's up?
Okay, let's see if Chronic, Tap, Strider, Jacob, Mutual. The Citrus Nation squad is going to be able to make an adjustment, bring this back to 1-1. Spoiler alert, this match goes to 5 maps, so I have no idea who wins. And it's going to be awesome to watch all the rest of it. See what transpires. Okay, you see Chronic at the spawn going for a little bit of a jump shot, just trying to get an opening pick to take some extra space. Nothing doing. Nobody's giving it up. Alright, so what do we got? We got Strider and the Citrus Nation favoring a dive setup. They've got the Tracer Sombra, and then Jacob's on the brig to protect the Ana. And then Shikigami with a little bit more of a poke dive combination. The divas with the mobility, she can dive and coordinate, converge on these targets along with Ryan. They're able to take out tap, so the tracer advantage is going to go to Shikigami. They're going to, yep, there it is. Strider goes down as well. Probably it'll advise Slam being down to tracer, but the fight being lost, you might want to just get a little bit of extra value in. Speaking of extra value, look at these exit frags on the side of Shikigami. But like I was saying, the diva has the mobility to the mobility options to peel for her backliners whenever Strider makes the dive in, Strider and Chronic, and also has the ability to converge with the tracer and dive on some of these targets. So just a very flexible lineup on Shikigami. Strider and the rest of Citrus Nation a little bit more committed to diving. As you see, Strider has to commit hard, goes low. It's not working out for him. Exactly what I was talking about. Able to address the peel in the back line. And the tank advantage, that means the flex support going down, the bulk of the healing for Shikigami. Sorry, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. The tank advantage, losing your tank is worse than losing your main healer, using your flex support. At least in my opinion. Here's a Kitsune from Graveyard Dam, and then like the dive in, cleaning up Jacob with the micro missiles. Chronic also goes down. Aspect cleaning them up, looking for exit value. Tap, you gotta get out of there. And there's this Kiriko trying to swift step to her, getting away, but now Aspect chasing them down. Dead Squad. All of this is time out of the bank for Citrus Nation. It looks like they're having a hard time just like even touching the point. They did get a tick. They got a tick. But look at all the ults on the side for Aspect and Shikigami coming into this next fight. They tried to catch her out. Unable to do so. Sombra's hack disables your abilities for, I think it's like a second, 2 seconds, and it gives you, I think, 8 seconds of taking increased damage. So tough stuff, tough C. All the ultimates on the board except for the Kitsune, and for this next fight for Shikigami, going to be going up against basically everything for Citrus Nation. There's the first one. It's the overclock from Amadou. Going to be trying to push him back. There it is. That's a fight killer. Jacob goes down. No speed. Chronic gets his head taken off as well. And that's just a little bit of extra momentum, a little bit more emotional damage. Amadou's feeling good. Strider might not make it out with his life. Jeez, getting extra value. Okay, but as I said, look at every single ultimate on the board for Citrus Nation. Jacob missing out on the sound barrier, just, you know, a couple more percent. Got taken out in the beginning of that fight. No overclock for Shikigami, but they're going to build up the rest of this Kitsune. Okay, there's the dive, the mine engagement for... Okay. Let's not talk about that. We tried to avoid the mines, ended up taking a dive. Great discipline from Shikigami. You see them all disengaging and trying to avoid giving up too much value, giving up extra frags. Kitsune for Kitsune. Here come the sound barriers. The trading backline support ultimates. Looking for value. Ryan's pulse bomb whiffs wide left, and he gets taken down. Tap and the rest of Citrus Nation looking like they're going to be able to take this point at the very last second. And there it is. Able to clean it up. Okay, so it took them all 4 minutes, but they were able to do so. They got 2.5 minutes in the time bank. Chronic. Strider taking advanced positions, going to be looking for a beat on where exactly Shikigami is going to be trying to set up. And they're fanning out, spreading out on this high ground, making it difficult for Shikigami to set up shop on the defense. Look at them having to retreat to the high ground. Oh, they're doing something. They're going for something. Oh, they switched over to the Jungle Queen aspect. They're wanting close and personal. They want to hold them close. Oh, they want to hold them close at this archway, but it's not looking good for them on the way in. Both backliners get taken out. Strider rolling through. Cleans up Ryan. Down goes Aspect as well. What is that? Did she throw the teleporting cube at her? I've never seen that shit. Oh, I want to go back and see that actually. That's disrespectful. You can do that? Hold up. You can kill her with the teleport cube? Yeah, we see how that all happened. Aspect and Shikigami. I think she did, dude. Is that new? That is new. Actually, holy crap. I didn't know that. Sombra's got a new ability. What is this little cube thing next to the translocator? Oh, man, I'm not hip to it. Okay, well, anyways. Citrus Nation, great job there. Use the positional advantage take advantage and you know, stop that attempt at Shikigami to dive. Ryan, though, one clip in the Sombra, looking good. Still battling tap, has control of the high ground. Sees neutral is low, gonna make the call, wants to take out the bulk of the healing for Citrus Nation. Able to do so. Aspect's able to follow up on it. Good communication from Shikigami. Ryan looking for more targets. Backing up his teammates. Taking control of this mini health pack area. Has access to the pulse bomb now. Tap is able to take down his Lucio, though. Less speed. That's going to slow them down a little bit. They're going to be playing a little more defensively. There's a dive from Strider and Citrus Nation. You see the peel from Ryan. Able to follow up on it. Take out the Sombra. Got the stick on Jacob. Look at Ryan, bro. So inspirational on the Tracer. Good stuff. Okay, and Shikigami deciding not to go super hard there. Actually just peeling the dive. And was able to counteract. The Strider went in. Chronic tried to follow up on it. Ryan was there for the peel. Took her out. And then got value on the pulse bomb. What is going on next in this next fight? We got neutral with a Kitsune. There it is. Uses it on the high ground. Very aggressive. Once Aspect. I'm getting in that ass, actually. But unfortunately, Strider gets low. Swift stepping back to him. Trying to keep him topped up. Here comes another dive. Strider jumps down. Nothing doing on the slam, but they've got Aspect separated. There's a sound barrier to try to keep him topped up. Everybody's hacked. It's a block party. What is it? Apagado Looseless? Whatever the fuck. Turn out the lights. Oh, overclock from Amadou. There's so much going on. Rampage from Aspect. All the money in the bank from Shikigami being spent. Ultimates expended. It is overtime. Last chance. Oh, the mines. Watch out, brother. Strider, the Citrus Nation, we're able to keep the point alive. He zoned himself. I think he dropped the mines down and thought they were like Bob or something. It didn't. Oh, whatever. That was crazy, dude. Those lost fight with all the ultimates. Everybody's pressing Q. Ugh. Craziness. See, that is one of the things is like I was saying to begin with. Is like doing this like commentary on your own gives you a little bit extra appreciation and criticism for certain aspects of commentary. That is one thing I will uber keeping up with these fights and keeping like just like keeping his mouth moving and shit like that. Motherfucker is a professional. He is so good. I am a big fan. And he's stylish, dresses well. What the fuck am I looking at? Crab. The crab ball. That was funny. Nice suit. Damn, you see the moves? I don't know if you know about that. So ball has a thing to where if you like roll at like the corner, like how do you describe it? Like where a floor and a wall meet. If you like roll into that and jump at the same time, you kind of get like a little bit of a super bounce if you do it at the right timing. And with that, you can normally ball. You just space. You just normally jump. And he doesn't have enough height to activate his ground slam ability. But if you do that corner and jump, like I talked about, you will get enough height. So that's something that you can, if you're, you know, beginning balls, you need to learn how to do that. Being able to access your slam without burning your grappling hook, it is huge stuff. Let's see what Strider, Citrus Nation are going to do to deal with Aspect on the Diva. You see, they've got a lot of mobility. They are wrapping all the way around. Strider is hip to it. Uses the grappling hook. Get up top. Going to be looking for a dive target. There's the engage. Immediately shielding up. Doesn't want to get taken down. Okay, trying to contest this high ground. Not give it all the way up to Aspect and the rest of Shikigami. But here they are up top. Look at the death squad. The Kiriko in the Sojourn on the high ground. And the Diva down low. Difficult. Strider's trying to force him off the high ground so his teammates don't have to deal with that superior firepower. I'm doing a good job of it so far. Jacob is patrolling, making sure neutral doesn't get assassinated. And Amado is able to take down Tap. DPS advantage on the side of Shikigami. So Strider's going to have a little bit of a harder time to keep him off the point. Here comes a dive. Got the Diva. Wants the Kiriko. But it's dangerous, dude. Look at all the damage coming in. He's going to have to stay mobile. Use his abilities to mitigate. Another slam. Doing a good job of not using the grappling hook before the slam so he maintains maximum mobility options. There's a Kitsune from Graveyard. And Jacob has a rally to answer. Support ult for support ult. She got put to sleep. Not much value, however. Yeah, Strider and the rest of Citrus Nation able to turn the ties. Responding with the rally worked out for them. And it's looking like these adjustments they are making. Oh no, that could be bad potentially. Maybe not. Because Shikigami does have to... They were... What's the word? What's the word for when like people you get back there? Regroup. There you go. But Strider is really fast on the ball. You see he's already back in it. Basically when the fight starts, Noctis uses the sound barrier. That is a go-ahead for Strider and the rest of these damage characters. Damage dealers are trying to get some value out of their ults. Bob gets taken down by the Diva Bomb who remixed up. Actually, she does it. She gets taken down before she gets an opportunity. Citrus Nation. Despite losing Strider to begin that fight, and Jacob or Noctis and the rest of Shikigami tried to come in with the sound barrier engaged, unable to take advantage of the early tank advantage in that fight. But like I said, Strider on the ball, one of the quickest characters to get back. His rollouts are crazy. He's just hanging around trying to see exactly where Shikigami is going to be aggressing from what angle, from whence they hail. Okay, here we go. We're gonna have a repeat of what happened a couple fights ago. There it is. Got the slam on Amado. Wants him, pinging him, letting his teammates know that is the target. And I love Neutral's positioning, dude, using the geometry of the map, all the architecture, all the cover in the world. Strider spinning around, trying to slam down on Noctis. The Lucio, you want a backliner. You want somebody squishy. Oh no, Strider might not be long for this world. Okay, the Kitsune from Graveyard and the rest of Shikigami following up on it. Strider's unable to do so. And you see him, he's trying to be disruptive, but it doesn't seem like his teammates are able to hold it down in his stead. The full force of all 5 members of Shikigami focusing on that fight, while Strider is, I don't want to say doing his own thing, but he is much more of a agent independent of the death ball of this Jacob neutral backline. You see Jacob and neutral nuts to butts, dude. He's got, his job is to protect that Ana from these dives. Oh no, trying to get out of there. Commanding Shout gives you a little bit of a speed boost along with some health back in the midst of the fight. Knife goes wide right, trying to take down the Ashe. Chronic switch to her. Oh, trying to deal with these mines. Oh, yep. Strider trying to push her back into it. A little bit of a dicey situation. Did he catch the Tracer with the knife? Interesting. All right, what's going on with the ultimates? Ryan's got a pulse bomb. Jacob has the rally back a little bit ahead of Noctis to match support ult for support ult. And neutral is a little bit ahead of this nano boost. Chronic has access to the Bob as well. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of people pressing Q here soon. We see Shikigami wrapping around. They want to contest this high ground before people start using their ultimates. They want max value out of it. Jacob with the rally and neutral with the nano boost. All sorts of Qs being pressed. The rampage comes in. Chronic is taken down. Was purple. Tap has to burn the recall to try to stay up. But it looks like Shikigami is, yep, cleaning up on the point. The exchange of ultimates goes the way of Shikigami. Aspect with the rampage in the high ground position. You saw how they wrapped around to the high ground before they used any of the ultimates. You saw Jacob just like rallied immediately because they were like, just the positional advantage was threatening enough. Okay, Aspect taking a hell of a lot of damage, pushing the cart to its goal line. This is the last stand opportunity for Strider, the rest of Citrus Nation. There goes the mines, gonna corral. Oh no, Amadou gets taken down. That's gonna be rough. They only got a minute left to go. Strider with the mines was able to push them off the point, corral them over here in this mini and mega health pack room, the Blizzard room. There's like the founder of Blizzard's like down there under the stairs or whatever, talking to you or some shit on the video. It's pretty cool. Okay. And just that one pick on Amadou killed 30 seconds of the minute that Shikigami had left. But they were able to hold on, stay strong, not give up too much ultimate charge. Only have to worry about the pulse bomb from Tap. And Amadou got an overclock, which could be dirty. We'll see what they're able to get done with it. Here it is. Last fight. The slam in the backline of Strider. Everybody's staying topped up. Just a little bit of distraction, and it worked. Tap was able to get in there, take advantage of the distraction, get the pulse bomb. has the Mega to fall back on and everything. Okay, not looking great for Shikigami, but they are still in it. Aspect is still alive on the point. The Junker Queen is still very threatening. There's Graveyard's Kitsune Rush from the corner, trying to give them a little bit of space and speed to work with. And you see Tap and the rest of Shikigami having to, or rest of Citrus Nation having to back off a little bit. Yeah, and off the back of that Kitsune Rush, they were able to take it. Oh man, I forgot they only had to get a little bit of more distance. Oh, that's crazy. So they lost Amadou and like had to kill like 30 seconds of their last time. Then Strider came in with the slam, the distraction. Tap was able to get the pulse bomb on Amadou. I thought that was it. But they were able to kite, stay alive. They corralled themselves in the mini health pad. Even though, who was the flex support? The Kiriko for Shikigami. They were able to use a Kitsune Rush, give them a little bit of extra pace and space. And they were able to close out. That was it. So that's 2-0 for Shikigami right now, actually. Damn. Citrus Nation going down 2-0. Not what I expected, just because I'm not familiar with, you know, I'm unfamiliar with their game to begin with. But you know what? Shikigami looking pretty good. I like it. They're very flexible, switching all over the place. Especially Solo was on the main tank, the Winton. And then they had Aspect come in, and very serviceable Diva. Looking good. Looking good. And it's Junkertown again, so we're going to be seeing more long-range hits again. So we're going to be seeing the Ashes, a Widow or two might come out. We're going to be seeing the Sojourns, and then, of course, Tracer. Potentially an Echo. I don't think you want to use Echo on this map, actually. Neutral on the Zen. Double flex support backline on defense. That is a commitment, that's for sure. So without the Brig or a Lucio to peel for the Ana, both of these characters are extremely diveable. But with this map, there's so much space that you can use these long sightlines for. You can kind of mitigate that. A character like a Junker Queen is going to have a really hard time closing the distance. Strider diving is going to be, you know, just using his mobility. Not too much concerned with his backline, I don't think. And you see this very reserved position that Jacob is taking. He's basically in spawn, bro. And neutral, not much more advanced than that either. So they're going to be giving up a lot of space to begin with, but they're going to be trying to, you know, I think they're just committing to these dives. So it's all about Strider and Tap. They're going to be engaging on these dives. Chronic's going to be trying to follow up on it, and neutral is going to be discording this Diva whenever he gets a little too close. Neutral's going to be trying to get that Diva, discord that Diva in general. That's going to be the play. Yeah, you see Neutral and Jacob all the way back here. So they don't, they've used their positioning kind of as their Brig. Instead of having a peel backliner to protect their main healer, or the bulk of their healing. They've got the Zen for extra damage, extra utility, and they're just using that very... They gave up a lot of space here. They're giving up this turn, this turn for free, when other teams will be kind of holding up top here. But, like I said, the other team would also have a Brig or a Lucio. So, just to see how it works out for them. So far, both teams are just trying to build up, poking a little bit. The Widows are trying to get angles. Strider might be in a bad situation. Gets a little bit low. If I was Citrus Nation, I would commit to that. But like I said, Death Squad, there's a dive aspect going in on Jacob in neutral. Like I was saying, like they're very, very diveable. And there it goes. Strider took advantage of the engagement from the other side and took out the Widow, but it's really, it's not much for them. Definitely the fight win going on the side of, but no, that's Shikigami. Jacob and neutral. That's Citrus Nation. They keep switching teams. Okay, Strider, Citrus Nation. I feel like I've been saying that correctly. Anyways, let me focus up. Diva's got the bomb, diving in hard. Access to the bomb means she can go extra hard, lose her mech if she needs to, and just get it right back. It might be a little sus because, you gotta go baby Diva for a minute, but swift stepping out of there. Neutral, able to stay alive, avoiding the death from the micro missiles, the Diva dive. Okay. Like I was saying, Aspect using the bomb to control the space, taking control of the first point. 4 minutes in the time bank for Aspect and Shikigami on the Team 2 side, and cleaning up Tap on the way out. Couple more exit frags. Strider Is this staggered? Yeah, he's absolutely getting staggered. Is he going to be able to escape with his life? Look at Aspect. Going to try to cut him off at the pass. Looking for him. There he goes. Strider escapes with his life, but he is super low. He's going to take Citrus Nation's attack to top him back up. That is a little bit of extra ult charge for neutral as well. Now, I think he just went and got the Mega so they could save the time. Aspect with a little bit of an advanced position. All the cart for Shikigami. Holding it down with this DM, these micro missiles, these jets, these boosters. So much mobility and flexibility on the Diva. There it is, a little bit of a dive on the Jacob, pushing them back. Corralling Citrus Nation on their high ground. Don't have as much of an angle to help Strider on follow up on his dives, and I think he's getting separated. Aspect loses the mech, but the positioning, it's okay. Gonna get topped up. Strider has an opportunity to take out the baby Diva. But all the time the Diva's in baby mech is basically just what it's a fight win for the opposite side. Not a good map to try to jump it off, so this is going to be looking to actually build up the mech with the Bunny Blaster. Nice headshots, and that's going to be it. Good stuff. Thankfully, baby Diva only has to hit like a few headshots, it seems like, to get that Bunny Blaster, that ultimate all the way up. And there's a dive. Neutral. Not long for this roll. Threw out the Kitsune. As a little dive, which I was a little, that was on the deathbed. Shikigami. Looking really good. Yeah, this dive doesn't look like it's working out for Strider and the rest of Citrus Nation. Aspect on the Diva is doing everything the Strider's trying to do, but just with much more better utility. The DM, yeah, eating up the dynamite. You see that? Neutral swift stepping, trying to save himself, but it's dangerous. You see Aspect already taking high control of the high ground. Amadeau's here with him. They've got ultimates. They got everything except for the sound barrier. Amadeau's on the high ground, gonna have the access to the overclock. Aspect took down Neutral. There goes the healing for Citrus Nation. They're gonna have to give up a lot of space and back it up. That means Strider's not gonna be able to do his to dive until Neutral comes back, who switches over to the Baptiste. Okay, Amadou, great reactions. Gets hit with Strider, immediately sliding back towards his teammate using that power slide mobility of Sojourn. Holding on to the overclock. Didn't make the jump to the high ground. He actually got assassinated. Strider, able to take him out. But Noctis and the rest of... Alright, sorry. Yes, Noctis and the rest of Shikigami. Undeterred, lost their Sojourn, but they're still taking control of this third point. Jacob trying to get a little bit of extra value and try to build up their way to the sound barrier. Neutral switched over to the Baptiste. Okay. Jacob, Strider, rest of Citrus Nation, holding on a little bit. They just want to slow down this, just be disruptive. You know, don't want to give Shikigami a time to like actually, you know, set up a straight up coordinated attack, coordinated dive. Speaking of which, Tap disrupting in the back line, got the pulse bomb, took down Ryan, 3-on-5. Aspect goes down. There's going to be more time off of the bank for Shikigami. And there's more exit value in Strider rolling in there. Oh yeah, Aspect is getting bullied. She pulled out the mech for what, son? Oh, she really went for it. Yeah, dude. Nah, that was a lot of time. But actually, Aspect... Okay, no, sorry. The baby Diva got the mech back. Tried to get a remech kill. Ooh, Amadou switching over to the Gengu? Nah, I was about to say, Nick, you lying. I wish. Over to the Sombra. Sombra, such a great partner for the Tracer. Can hack wall invis, and the Tracer and her can both just absolutely laser the target. Aspect can converge on the dive targets with them as well. Let's see what Amadou's going to be looking for. No longer on the Sojourn. Tap and the rest of Citrus Nation clear. They're always hitting tab. Keeping tabs on it. And you see just that wrapping around in the invis, able to take control of this high ground. Let's see what Tap's getting up to. Actually, let's see what Neutral's going to do with this Amplification Matrix. It's pretty standard for the Baptiste to just use the Amplification Matrix from whatever position they're holding down on their own. Just get a little bit of extra damage and extra healing and not necessarily try to coordinate with their team to get max value out of it. There it is. After responding to the dive from the Diva, all the ultimates being expended. Sound barriers in response to one another. Kitsune in response to the Amplification Matrix. The positional advantage is on the side of Shikigami. Aspect and the Diva taking control of the cart, but Citrus Nation neutral, along with the amplification mage, they were able to hold off on it. A lot of damage coming out from them. And while Shikigami was able to get some cart progress, Citrus Nation is still holding it down. This last point has been going much better for them. The mobility of the ball has been disrupting everything that Shikigami is trying to do on the way in. But we still got one last fight, one last chance. Tap's got a pulse bomb, and Aspect has a Diva bomb for extra survivability, and to potentially ward off anybody from touching the point if they get it close to the goal line. Hit the Diva with the pulse bomb and got her low, but Strider gets taken down, but the Diva gets demech. Tank advantage on either side. Is this the baby Diva? There's an EMP. A lot of damage in. Tap is low and hack. Ryan, the rest of Shikigami, using those ultimates. Like I said, the Diva bomb, the extra sustainability, the extra durability. A little too much, but really good stuff from Citrus Nation after taking those first 2 points. After losing those first 2 points, that first point especially, like, it's kind of a wash. And like I said, I read the tea leaves, bro. I was like, really interesting decision for Jacob and Neutral to go with such a diveable backline against the team that's been rocking the Diva. You know, Aspects in there on the Diva. But, you know, it's all good. Everybody, you never know if it's gonna work until you try it, yeah? Well, now you tried it. Now you know that shit don't work. As I said, check it out. Jacob showing the brig, Neutral on the back tees, more standard. Either the main support, the brig, or the Lucio has much more appealing utility for their fellow support, and also just less diveable in general. So yeah, here we go. This is what I expected to see. Them pulling out the Zen, that is very ambitious. Very ambitious. Let's see how it works out for them on the offense this time. Okay, as you said, yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about. You see the main support and the flex support on this high ground instead. You see they're up here as I was referencing instead of all the way back there. So they're not going to be giving up this corner for free as Citrus Nation did last round, just by nature of the compositions they chose. Which is interesting stuff. Let's see what Chronic's going to be able to do on the Ash. A lot of responsibility on their shoulders to pump out this damage. Ryan is really low. Passes the burn, recall, and retreat back to his team. There's going to be a lot of space on this flank opening up for Chronic, and that means he's got an angle. Gonna try to take someone down. Ash with the extra mobility could drop down. Still has access to the coach gun to pop off anybody trying to dive on her. But she's really back there. Beautiful stuff. On the off angle, that they got access to because Ryan went down low and had to burn the recall. As I said, I always say, pay attention to the Tracer duel. The Tracer duels, the fights usually go the way the Tracer duels go. As I was saying, Ryan went down low to begin that fight, had to burn his recall, retreat back to his team. That opened up the flank angle for Chronic to take that high ground, that flank side high ground, and she kind of just leaked out. Chronic the Ash just leaked out and was behind Noctis, and the rest of Shikigami was able to clean up the Lucio while they were low, and the rest of it is just, you know, it's elementary from there. Basic addition and subtraction. Okay, good stuff. 5 minutes in the time bank. Looking really good. Chronic and the rest of Citrus Nation gonna be trying to make a comeback. They are down 2-0, ladies and gentlemen. This is their potentially third and final map, so they're gonna have to get it together. I like to see them holding strong after losing that first point of that last map. Doing pretty good. They have to complete Junkertown here to take us to overtime. Trying to follow up on the Strider dive, unable to do so. Strider gets taken down. Ryan and the rest of Shikigami now pushing up. There's Aspect pushing up. Noctis able to sneak around, clean up Chronic. That's gonna stagger that's gonna stagger Citrus Nation on their way back in. The ultimates are looking beautiful for them though. They didn't need to use any cash to take the first point, and they're gonna have absolutely everything. Everybody's gonna be able to persecute in this next fight. There's Jacob's rally. Graveyard activates Kitsune in response. Mines come out from Strider. Tap gets a pulse bomb down on Aspect, takes down the tank. Take advantage on the side of Citrus Nation. Here comes Strider to peel for Zeb, or peel for Chronic into Ash. Good stuff. The fight going the way of Citrus Nation, who were able to hold on to a couple of ultimates. They still got Bob in the Amplification Matrix. Noctis? I don't know exactly when Noctis went down. They held on to their sound barrier, didn't respond to the rally with it. So, let's see if Noctis and Shikigami are going to be looking for a sound barrier engagement. They don't really have to worry about the Amplification Matrix damage if they go through it. The Aspect on the Sigma, on the Poke Tank, much more stationary. Yeah, you can't deal with all that, Playboy. That was just tough, dude. They were coming from all angles, unable to mitigate the damage with the what is it? What's the name of his suck? Kinetic Grasp. There's a lot of bodies in the hallway, dude. A lot of bodies on the point. Everybody's dying. Okay. And I think I saw the wave, or like the whole team took the back spawn on the Shikigami side. Aspect on the Junker Queen. Gonna be a little bit more lethal of a dive target if Strider ends up a little bit close. Wow, they were able to clean up on Noctis. You see that this is beautiful, absolutely emblematic of how this dive is supposed to work. This setup, this Ash following up on the pop-ups from Strider. This ground pounds. They're able to clean up Ryan. Graveyard's down. Aspect is all alone. Here comes Noctis to try to ward off Citrus Nation. Try to keep his tank alive. Wants a little bit of space.
I'm here.
Here comes the rest of Shikigami on the backfield. Citrus Nation with the high ground. Dominant positioning. They've got mines and a pulse bomb. Ryan's got one to match, but no other cash in the bank for Shikigami, so it's going to be tough for them to deal with this. No mines from Strider. Looking for the dive target. Looking for the opportunity. Wants max value out of it. Aspect got up to the high ground to contest. He's trying to knock him down so his teammates can have access to it. Chronic especially wants to get back up there, but wants no smoke up close with the Junker Queen. There's a knockdown and the slam onto Aspect, but the commanding shout's able to keep him topped up. Nice and healthy. But that cooldown is gone for Aspect for this next engagement. There's the mines. There's the slam. No commanding shout for Aspect. It's death. Noctis is down as well. No speed to disengage with Graveyard. Drops the Kitsune to rush his last ditch effort to try to take control of the point, but nothing's doing. Strider, good stuff. Push Ryan into the mines. Beautiful stuff. That was awesome, dude. To see like how they had to Strider. That was all Strider. Knocked Zeb off of the high ground. Kept his Ash and the rest of his team safe. Kept control of the high ground. After they knocked the Junker Queen down, slammed her. Held onto the mines. Didn't engage too hard. Got Aspect to burn. Sorry, I said Zed. Got Aspect to burn the commanding shout, and then afterwards, that was the go-ahead. Then the mine engaged. Now let's go hard. Let's clean them up. Noctis or Graveyard didn't have the opportunity to use the Kitsune Rush proactively. Had to use it reactively, which you never want to do in this game. You always want to be proactive if possible. If you could be reactive and sick, that's cool, but obviously you want to press the advantage, press the pace. You can see it worked out for him. Okay, Citrus Nation is starting to look a lot better. Look how much time they've got compared to only the minute that Shikigami has on the Team 2 side. But we'll see what happens. Anything can happen. Anything is possible in this game. Okay, once again, this is map 3, Citrus Nation. Or Citrus Nightmare, excuse me. I keep saying Citrus Nightmare Nation, do I? It's Citrus Nightmare. They used to be Citrus Nation, I think. Or something. Whatever. You get it. We're here. It's Citrus versus Shikigami. If I say Citrus Nation, I mean Citrus Nightmare. That's what's on the books. I don't even know if I did accidentally say that. Who's low behind Jacob already? Oh, no. Chronic is getting harassed in the back line by Amadeus, who just got their head taken out by a kunai. Yeah, Kiriko. That is, again, beautifully emblematic of the power of Kiriko. The swift step, the mobility, and the survivability. The kunai does all sorts of damage in bursts. Much like the railgun from Sojourn, that kunai, you can't heal that burst damage. And look at all the time that killed for Shikigami. Jacob and the rest of Citrus Nation holding it down. Using the milk to stay up. Amado's low again. They want her. Damn, dude. And Kiriko busted. This turns around, swift stepping away to Chronic on the Widow, who's on the higher ground, giving her a target to get away from. Jacob's able to take out his Kiriko counterpart Graveyard on the other side. It does a bulk of the healing for Shikigami, and the rest of them are soon to fall. Aspect on the baby diva. Yeah, just gets punched for trouble. A little bit of emotional damage. And beautiful hold from Citrus Nation, Citrus Nightmare. Not very far to go for them. And they've got 3.5 minutes to get that far. So, unless they come out in a double flex support with a Zen and a backline again, I don't think there's gonna. I don't know if Shikigami is gonna be able to hold them. But like I said, anything can happen. Well, we've got players picking these. Excuse me, holy crap! What that coming? We've got players picking these Widowmakers. Anything can happen. All these headshots. Shit could go down. What we got here?
Ready for
I'll
battle.
find my own path.
Plasma blood in the air.
Time to save the world.
You care too much about how the family perceived you.
How can you be good at shooting in real life, but so bad in games?
It's not the same thing, I guess.
It's lonely at the top.
I can beat you at the cooking games, though.
5, 4, 3,
Okay, last chance. Shikigami
incoming.
has to hold it down. 3.5 minutes for them to only get like. Where's it? It was like, where's the goal line? It is right there. Not very far. Ryan's on the Genji. Oh, on the defense? Nah, nar. This is a counter Widow pick. It counters some snipers, and this also has some peel potential. Genji, kind of hard for him to dive in and have his teammates follow up on him. A little bit limited. Power creep that's caught up with him. Okay, Tap almost got his head taken off. Okay, there's a dive. Strider's here. Ryan. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Not much of a susceptible dive target because he's got the quick dash to get out of there, as well as the deflect. But I don't know if he's going to be doing enough damage. Okay. Aspect and the rest of Shikigami very corralled in this mega health pack. Better for them to be together than almost got Jacob taken down. Immortality field went down. There he goes. Okay, they are getting cart progress, but looking pretty good. Shikigami able to take down the Brig to start that off and clean up the rest of them. Oh no. Strider is here. Ryan wants to take down the Genji. Staying mobile. Tap is there to follow up on it. He's able to get out of there with the quick dash. Get back to his healers. No, dude. He had to get out of there and gave up the point, dude. He gave up the point. I forgot. They only had to get like 2 inches away. How'd that happen? I forgot. Did Ryan forget? Oh, no. Well, either way, it's 2-1. Citrus Nightmare takes Junkertown. Yeah, they did lose both of their backliners. They have no heals. Tap and Strider harassing. They just left the point. They just left the point. He just left the point. Like, what? Am I missing something? I just watched it back again. Yeah, the Genji's getting harassed. The ball's trying to fucking get him. The Tracers are with him. Bro, they just left the point. That's so bad. They just left the point. No. Ryan just has to go and just die on point, and then that's like a little bit of overtime delay, and then the Diva's there. That sucks, dude. All right, either way, going to map 4. Jesus, that's tough. Okay, what the fuck is this? Runasapi? Runasapi? I am unfamiliar with the vernacular. What is this? Oh, this is another push map. Okay, what flag is that? Dude, okay, whatever. I'm an American bigot. Well, I mean, I'm not bigoted. I'm sure they're good people. But I am ignorant. This place is beautiful. What the heck? Damn. Oh. Is this what our civilization will look like right now if nobody ever invented Facebook? That's what's holding us back? What is this? What language is this? Yeah, whatever. Okay. Strider, Citrus Nation, Citrus Nightmare, whatever they're called. Citrus on team 1, sticking with the ball dive. It was working out for them. Aspect sticking in there on Shikigami. Solo's been on the bench since map 1, in the reserves either way. It is a diva meta. You do what you gotta do. Alright, I'm unfamiliar with this map. This is my first time actually seeing this map in general, so I don't know exactly the positional, what positions people want to be taking up, but I do know the diva, like I said, has the mobility options to get around. Looks like she's pestering them on the way in. Citrus Nation, much more deathbally. You see, they're without Strider as a tank, so they're going to have to be much more coordinated as squishies to keep each other up. You can get isolated very easy. Aspect much more stable and static here on the point. There goes Strider on the back line. There's the peel attempt. Strider gets low. Almost gets taken out, but nothing doing. Okay, like I said, more static on the point, Aspect on the diva. So they're going to have control of the bot. But until somebody gets taken out, this fight is still going either way. Both teammates are going to be trying to build up their flex support ults first, and that might be the next chapter of this book until somebody gets taken out on the pick. Strider gets taken down, or gets taken low, has to retreat, and that's a little bit of a go-ahead for Aspect to go and try to harass his backliners. But you see, they've got a lot of sustainability. That immortality fail, yeah, it didn't work out for him. He lost his mech. There's a Kitsune from Graveyard, gets responded to by the neutral amplification matrix, and it looks like the positional advantage of Shikigami. I say positional advantage, even though they were on the low ground. I think Jacob and Strider and them just kind of went a little too hard trying to dive on them.
The enemy team is trying to push the barricade.
This map is really pretty. Holy crap, dude. Okay, but anyways, Aspect. Shikigami took the first fight. Did they? Bro, I'm fucking lost. He died. Who had the first fight? Okay, whatever. We're all starting over, okay? We got a sound barrier going up against a rally coming up. Strider's got mines. Amadu's overclock comes out. Strider didn't have access to the mines yet, and I think that might have slowed down that, or might have made that dive not as valuable as he was hoping for. Got taken out. Tank advantage on the side of Amadou and Shikigami pushing back. Here comes Bob from Chronic trying to turn the tides on the point. Oh wow, they were able to do so, taking out Amadou. Ryan gonna have to hold it down instead. Noctis gets down low, gets slammed. Did you see him explode, dude? Oh no. Okay. Okay, no support ults being expended yet. Strider being able to hold on to the mine. Still has the bomb to match Aspect. And you see now, okay, see, that's why I was so confused, because it seemed like Citrus Nation did win the fight, but look at it, they're just now getting their first meters of progress on the bot. Here's the comms. Wow, that was actually gross. Did you see how he's using the angles to ping where the other team was coming from without giving it up himself, using the third person advantage? This is why first person shooters are the competitive ones. Third person gets toxic. Chronic was able to take out Noctis. No speed on the engagement for Shikigami. They're going to have to wrap around and try to figure out what they're going to do. How does Graveyard already have another Kitsune rush? Neutral is still 30% behind for the amplification matrix. Mines, slam, Kiriko swift steps away, but she runs into a mine, gets taken out. There goes the healing for Shikigami. And then he pushed somebody off. Okay, no, she slid back on. Fucking Sojourn's busted for whatever reason. Can power slide in the middle of the air. Let's not ask questions. Okay, so he didn't get as much value out of it. If he was able to push off the Sojourn, that definitely would have been a disengagement, a complete disengagement from Shikigami. But she was able to stay alive. Just a little bit more cart progress. Strider and the rest of Citrus Nation. There goes the Diva. Amplification Matrix come in to try to ward her off. Graveyard used that Kitsune in the midst of that last fight. So you see, they just disengaged from the Amplification Matrix because they didn't have anything to match it with. Dive attempt. Strider wants somebody. And just getting out of here. Wrapping all the way back around. Neutral is getting dove on. And you see Strider is not there to peel for his teammates. Neutral got taken out. They're down. Aspect cleaning them up. Trying to get a little bit of exit value in. One at Graveyard. Actually able to take her out. Tap and Strider able to get a little bit of exit value in. Took down the healing for Shikigami, which is going to slow them down a little bit. That means Noctis is going to have to go back here and taxi. The supports not being with the DPS in the tank means they're not going to be as aggressive in this poke phase. They might actually seize control of the bot depending on how quickly Strider and the rest of Citrus Nation are able to make it back. But it looks like everybody's in full force. Tap almost got an assassination. Ryan really low. Has to burn the recall, and that's going to be a bit of a go ahead. Goes for the pulse bomb. Wide right, but it still kills Amado with the splash damage. Looking good, dude. Citrus Nation. Much better of a fight win. And like I said, so because they were able, that was all because Tap and Strider were able to converge and take out Graveyard at the end of that last fight. Even though they lost that last fight, taking out Graveyard meant that Noctis had to go back and taxi him, which means that all of Shikigami didn't have the opportunity to take advanced positions, which meant that Tap was able to sneak up behind them, start out that fight, make Ryan burn his recall, get value off of the pulse bomb. That's what I'm saying. So even when you're losing the fights, you can still do something that, you know, sets you up better for the next fight. But you love to see. Okay, Chronic on the Ash has access to the Bob. Strider's got mines, and they got 3 supports on the side of Shikigami. They've got the Kitsune, and there it is. Yeah, that's tough. Threw out the Bob on the way down, but I think it was all for naught. The Kitsune engagement was a little too much. Strider just being annoying, making sure that they get a little less progress on the bot, even though the fight is lost. I don't know if he's going to give his life for the cause. He's probably going to try to get out of line, but they're going to bully him. You know how it is. Okay, yeah, I had the mega health back to fall back on. Sneaky stuff. Rat activities. Okay, so what's going on in this next fight? Noctis almost on the sound barrier. Almost going to be able to match the rally coming up with that. Aspect with the bomb for extra sustainability. And Ryan with the pulse bomb. You see Strider's doing a really good job. Always been doing a really good job of keeping the attention split of Shikigami. They don't know which way to look. They got a ball behind them. They've got all these people shooting them in the back. Tap's able to take down Amadou. So a little bit of an advantage for Citrus. And you see Shikigami and the rest of them disengaging, not giving up any more value. They are giving control of the bot back to Citrus Nation, who already have like a 30-meter advantage. 3 minutes left on the clock, 2.5 minutes. It's going to be overtime before you know it. Okay. Neutral with the amplification matrix before Graveyard. Actually, Graveyard used the Kitsune to win that last fight or a fight or two ago. So the position, the meter advantage for Citrus Nation is looking good. They've got the ult advantage. Okay, there's an amplification matrix from Neutral. There's a sound barrier from Noctis, which calls out the rally from Jacob. Tap drops off the pulse bomb. Take down Amadou. The people of color got taken down 4-on-4, but a bulk of the healing is down for Citrus Nation, so it's going to be tougher for them. But you see Aspect peeling back. They're taking control of the bot. Yeah, you see Chronic. Yeah, not long for this world. Doesn't have healing. Strider doesn't have as much of a peel as Diva. Tried to be there for his teammate, but was unable to able to keep her alive. Yeah, no, Strider and Citrus Nation, they're looking really good, dude. They lost those first 2 maps, but afterwards they made the adjustments. This dive, much more execution heavy, but you're able to do it. Looking good. What's going on here? Yeah, Amadou, she activated the overclock and just got killed immediately. Graveyard goes down as well. The Shikigami is getting fucked up. They only got a minute left to go. They got to take control of the bot with only a Kitsune and a Pulse Bomb. Now, this is looking like Citrus Nation's map. Look at them. They've got a Pulse Bomb and a Bob to hold down in case they lose Strider early. Like, yeah, no, they've got contingencies. They've got ults. They've got a positional advantage. They've got the bot. They've got the clock. They've got everything. Shikigami is going to have a lot to make up here. Let's see if they're going to go with the Kitsune engage, which, I don't know, it's kind of hard for Citrus Nation to do like a coordinated disengage with this ball. Here comes the Diva. Mines, dive, wants the Lucio, pinging him, wants the teammates to clean him up. Really low, able to take down Noctis. Both supports down for Shikigami. Yeah, the extra Diva mech isn't going to do much for them. Aspect comes back. Actually got taken down in baby form. That's it, dude. Good stuff, man. That was fun. Okay, 2-2. Last map. What is it? New Junk City. I don't know how the fuck this is gonna go, dude. This map is much more like, it's like some of these points are like this first point that we're looking at right here, super close range. I don't know how much value a ball is gonna be able to get in against like an Orisa or a Junker Queen. Yeah, you see, so they brought Solo back in. It's not Aspect on the Diva. We switched teams again, so we got Shikigami's on team 1 now. Zeb and the rest of Citrus Nation on team 2. You see both teams switching their tanks. So Solo in for Aspect. So we got more of the main tanks there. Solo was on the Winston game 1. On the Ramatra right now. And Zeb taking over for Strider instead of that ball. So you see both tanks coming in for this 5th and final map. Dude, he didn't get the teleporter. Oh no. Everything's wrong already. And you see Noctis already having to come back and taxi for him. Oh no. Solo. You can tell he's not warmed up, didn't take the teleporter. Okay, but it's all good. So they gave up space that they were probably going to have to give up anyways, because it's an Orisa who has got a little bit more brawly sustainability than a Ramatra. Even though Ramatra got the Nemesis form, got the Wakanda Forever blocking and shit like that. He's more of a, like you see, the hybrid poke character. Able to take advantage of this poke. Why did the that was a fuck up. Stone just threw. Was low already and decided to use the jump jets, and now the advantage for Solo and the rest of Shikigami. Still haven't taken control of the point. Stone switching over to the Pharah. I might have just wanted to go back to spawn quickly to switch over. The Pharah didn't work. Zeb and the rest of Citrus Nation trying to get out of there. They're chasing him down. Oh wow, actually Amadou got taken down by Zeb on the way in. That's bad for Shikigami. They lost their damage. They're gonna have to give up control of the point. The flip might go over to Citrus Nation and Zeb. You see all the space they're giving up. This Orisa so menacing. Okay, and now we got Kitsune for Kitsune right on cue. As soon as she got it, activates. The flip goes over for Citrus Nation, but both teams are still in the fight. Trying to support his tank. Looking for anybody that goes low and chuck him. Look at all the contributions. Zeb, it was an entire the whole tribe killed you, dude. It was like a firing squad. You don't even know which bullet did it. Okay. Shikigami able to hold strong. Even though they lost Amadou in that poke phase to begin that fight there, they were able to hold strong. They kited, did what was necessary. So you can see here, like, if they're able to keep their distance, Solo can switch to the Nemesis form and deal with the brawl if they get really close. But if they're able to keep it in, like, this poke distance, the Ramatra will win out. There's a sound barrier engagement. Jacob has to burn it just so they can get this space in between them and the point, which you don't want to do. You want to use your ults on the point. Got overtime on this first flashpoint. Solo has access to the Annihilation. Probably wants to hold on to it. Lost his Tracer. Trying to block some of this damage. There's the Annihilation. It's a little too late. Too little too late. Tap with the Pulse Bomb. Yep, knocked this. That's a Shikigami. Gave up control of the flashpoint. They've got a lot of percent though, so they can still get it back. They had to disengage, wrapping back around. Zeb and Citrus Nation have some ults to work with. Solo switching over to the Winton. I don't know about that, bro. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. They got Kitsune for Kitsune, but they got to go into Zeb's Terra Surge, and Stone's got Venture ult. I don't know about the Winston, dude. Arissa kind of, I don't know about a counter, but Winston can't brawl with her. He's more mobile. Noctis goes down. Okay, Zeb doesn't even need to burn the Terra Surge. I think the fight is going on the side of Citrus Nation. Yep, they're racking up these last percent points. There it is, first flashpoint. Ugh. Dude, I don't know. Why'd they switch to Winston? That's such a weird choice. Why wouldn't you switch to, like... Okay. Zeb switches to the Junker Queen to really counter the Winston. I think Solo knew. He switched over to the Ramatra, or switched back to the Ramatra. Yeah, see, Zeb goes back to the point, or back to spawn and switch back to the Orisa. A lot of counter picking with the tanks all the time. It's like Overwatch 2 is tank counter pick. The tanks dictate so much of what the rest of their teams can do, what the comp is running. Solo on the Ramatra, a hybrid between Brawl and Poke. You see right here in the Brawl, in the Poke phase, taking advantage of the shield and his distance. Zeb trying to close the distance. Okay, there's a Ravenous Vortex in on the back line. Switches to the Nemesis, throwing up the Duffs. Pick out the backliners. Neutral went down. And Solo, the rest of Shikigami looking good, dude. Zeb got separated from his team again. Cap goes down. Zeb goes down. All dead. Okay, what's going on with the ults, dude? Okay, double support, double DPS ults. Amadu's gonna have the overclock for them to come into. Probably gonna have to. Let's see what happens here. So there's an opportunity for Jacob and Noctis both have their sound barriers. So Jacob's gonna be looking to like counter the sound barrier like, you know, sound barrier to sound barrier. So let's see if Amadu either holds onto it until after the sound barriers are expended, or if he uses it to try to force out Jacob's sound barrier early, and then Noctis and the rest of Shikigami can use their sound barrier advantage and just like win off of attrition. So there's a lot that could happen here. There it is. He uses the overclock first. Jacob and the rest of Citrus Nation. There is the, okay, there's their sound barrier to keep them up, because Zeb was going to get low. And there's the sound barrier from Noctis to take advantage of the early sound barrier from Jacob. Jacob took, Zeb went down early. Or Zeb took down Graveyard though. So it didn't work out for them. I think Tap's still here. Jacob takes down Ryan. The fight's still going on. I have no idea what happened. I followed the sound barriers in the overclock exchange, but it was too much. Alright. Citrus Nation held it down. Despite losing out on the ultimates, they got Amado's overclock out, as well as the sound barriers. They're going to have Kitsune for Kitsune. Zeb used the Terra Surge to take control of that last point, so they're going to have to deal with Solo's Annihilation with no response. But Tap could go huge with this Pulse Bomb. That Pulse Bomb really is, this is such a wild card. It's like anything could happen with it. It could just like be no value, or you could stick somebody and they slide into their teammate and get a triple kill, dude. Like, okay. Interesting decision from Citrus Nation to kite Graveyard's Kitsune. Gave control of the point over to them, and now they're just going to take advantage and try to use the force of their Kitsune rush. Force them off the point. Try to get a kill. There it is. The Pulse Bomb, nothing doing. Whiff, but a lot of pressure. Look at Tap using the ability Tracer, covering a lot of ground. Ryan, Shikigami trying to address him, trying to account for him. There's the Annihilation from Solo on the point. Okay, they're able to take out Venture. Stone on the Venture. The sound barrier from Jacob was a little too late. It might be a waste. Noctis is going to be able to build his up and hold on to it and use it as he sees fit. Zeb going low. Gets taken down. Yeah, it's looking really good for Shikigami now. They were able to get that kill before Jacob was able to respond with the sound barrier to keep Stone alive. So there's just a wasted sound barrier. Lost fight completely. Jacob goes down. It's going to be 1-1. Good stuff, dude. This is a good fifth final map right now, dude. This match has been going back and forth the whole time, and this is looking. It is a microcosm right now. Okay, so what do we got? So yeah, like I said, Noctis has a sound barrier that he can use however he decides. So you can use it to try to keep a teammate up, or they can use it for tempo and just like start off the fight with a sound barrier, try to force some disengagements, get a lot of value in. Like I said, off of attrition, sound barrier gives you like 5 times the health for no reason. Okay, there's a Terror Surge. They lost Amadou. Noctis didn't even have a chance to react with the sound barrier, so I think they're just gonna take the L on this fight. Yep, no problem. Give up the fight. That's okay, because no ultimates were used. So even though they lost control of the flashpoint early, they still got all that cash to work with. So Shikigami should be feeling pretty good about this. Jacob had to ferry back the Venture, or taxi her back rather. Okay, so what's gonna happen here? Jacob does not have a sound barrier to react to this overclock. So Amadou's probably just going to activate it and just whittle down Zeb on the point. And we're going to see what happens there. Solo is already very low. There's a Kitsune from the graveyard. Neutral doesn't have his to respond yet. Jacob gets taken down before Neutral can build the weight. This is just a few percent away. Didn't get to go Kitsune for Kitsune, and that's going to be the fight. They're probably going to give it up. Wow. Spear spin. He was able to push Solo off the map. That actually, yeah, you see, that's a go-ahead. He took Solo off the map, and it's like, actually, we're still in this Kitsune. Try to take control of some of this point bag, but they're still corralled over there. That Kitsune might have just been for extra healing to keep Zeb up, because they are still in the fight, and it's going to be a while before Solo gets back without Noctis. So taxi him. There's Noctis sound barriering. Looking for a target. Gets taken out himself. You're the target, dude. Tap. Going to take down Ryan. There it is. And now Solo. Got to the party late. It's Solo again. Just gonna be feeding ult to Shikigami, or sorry, rather Citrus Nation. Sound barrier for Citrus Nation, extra sustainability. Gonna try to take the second point before Shikigami can fully. Oh man, they've already regrouped. My words, there's too much going on, bro. Tap, looking for a target. Nobody's low. Okay, here's a converge on the side. Him and the Venture. Want the Kiriko. She swift steps out of there, but she gets taken out. Graveyard or Stone was ready for it with the Venture ult. Noctis. Not long for this world. There it is. Team kill. What is it? Well, I don't have the little text up like when something happens. Like it's just a team kill. It should get that dopamine drop or whatever. Solo going back over to the Winston? I don't know, man. I really don't. We'll see if it works out for them. Ryan's got a pulse bomb. Nobody else has anything. Graveyard's a little bit ahead for the next Kitsune, and they've got the positional advantage. So yeah, this should be the first point, or first control of this point for Shikigami. Although Neutral is catching up quick. Actually, I think it might be. I might have spoken too soon. It's gonna be Kitsune for Kitsune. We'll see who activates first. Okay. Before the control of the point gets flipped over, there goes the Kitsune for Kitsune. Dives in. Solo trying to take out somebody on the back line. Has the mobility to get in and out with Winston, but I don't know if he has enough burst damage. Okay. Stone gets taken down. There's the advantage for Shikigami. The control of the point went over to Citrus Nation, but their bodies are starting to drop. 3 on 5 now. Solo using a good job using his cooldowns. You see how he's using the bubble? Like he dropped the bubble on the high ground. He could jump up and like bubble his head so he doesn't get headshot damage on the Arisa during that fight. A lot of utility on that bubble. It's an interesting ability. Like I said, that kind of did go the way I thought it would, just not exactly how I thought it would. I did think that Shikigami was going to win the fight because they had the ultimate advantage, or at least a little bit of percent advantage on the Kiriko ult. But now we've got sound barrier for sound barrier. We're going to have tank ultimates on the board. Tap doesn't have a pulse bomb. Ryan does. He could go. This is the wild card in this fight. And you see Ryan already trying to favor a little bit of sneakiness. Yeah, you see. Here comes the sneaky beaver. Okay, Tap's there, keeping tabs on him. As I said, the Tracer duel. controlling the flank angles while the tanks are holding down main angles. The Tracers controlling the flanks, making sure nobody on their team are getting assassinated. Or if they do, they have to go through them first. Zeb peeling for his tank, keeping Stone up on the Venture, who is really low. They want him bad. Neutral's low as well. In the corner. Oh no, Ryan needs the sound barrier to stay alive. Point still in control for Citrus Nation. All the support ults are out. Sound barriers and Kitsune rushes have been expended. Ryan's still holding on to this pulse bomb. Has to deal with Zeb's Terror Surge though. Okay, pulse bomb whips wide right. Here comes the Terror Surge. Flag Planet. And the follow-up from Stone and the rest of Citrus Nation, closing them up. Both supports down. Down goes Amado. There goes Ryan. And Solo. Everybody dead. Another team kill. Damn, this is actually, potentially, this is the last fight. If Citrus, Shikigami has to win this right here. Switching over to the Doomfist just to make sure they get back there quickly. But this is it. This is potentially the last flashpoint. This is the 5th and final map. Tap is going to have another pulse bomb. And he's going to be pestering Shikigami on the way in. Ryan died first. He didn't even get to touch the point. He caught a kunai. That shit, dude. Kiriko. She's... Oh. Bro. That's brutal, dude. He didn't even get to touch the point last. That's how the last fight... Oh, no. No. I got to see how exactly... I hit the wrong button. I got to see how this happened. Didn't have a blink or something to avoid the kunai. Or you just catch a kunai. Tracer's already low health. Kiriko does like, I don't know, they patched it to where she only does 2.5 damage crits instead of triple. But still, dude. Let's see. Yeah, you see Doomfist trying to get in there. Ryan trying to make the touch. Oh! She hit her with the javelin. Or like, what happened? She got like booped back. I think the Lucio booped her back, and then the Kiriko fucking took her head off. That is brutal. That's the worst way to lose if you're the Tracer trying to touch the point at the end. Your teammates are just wrapping around the point, trying to actually make the last fight something they can win, and it just is not. It's just not your day, man. That's it. Holy shit. That was fun. All right, Citrus Nation won that one 3-2. After going down 2-0, they came back. It was a classic. That was a fun set. That was good stuff. Alright, if you clicked on this video and you watched this with me, I appreciate you. Click on something else. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Take care of yourselves out there, and